Hello, welcome to WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting. Welcome to Health and Wellness Conversation. I'm Gwen, your wellness nurse. How are you this week? I hope you are enjoying the detox information that I'm giving you. Today, we are going to talk about blood. And we know that blood is just an ever so important thing because it helps us to stay alive. And biblically, Leviticus 17:11 tells us that every creature has blood and that the blood makes atonement for one's life. So how important is blood? How important is it for us to keep our physical blood clean? We know the blood of Jesus and the mighty works that it does, but what about our physical blood? Do you know what our blood is made of? Our blood is a body fluid. It is made up of plasma, it is made up of water, it is made up of nutrients. Anything that we take in from our nose or consumption and our skin is in our blood. Our blood is a part of our circulatory system. Our circulatory system, I'm going to say, is probably about 6 feet long, depending on how tall or short you are. So that's a major system in our life. Our blood is also pumped through our heart. Our heart, not sure if you knew this or not, actually pumps about 7 pounds of blood a day. So whether you are active or not active, we have to stay fit for our heart to work and pump our blood. Our blood is not only cleaning our body, but it's also passing nutrients. One of the ways that we can keep our blood clean is the air we breathe. Not sure if you knew, but our lungs also filtrate what goes into our blood. So if you are still smoking cigarettes, you may want to think about having a clean blood compared to smoking the cigarettes to keep the toxins down in your body, the carcinogens that may cause cancer in your body. Once our blood started moving through our organs, it's doing several things. It's rushing nutrients. It could be rushing white blood cells to heal. It could be rushing protein to certain areas, and also energy, our glucose, our ATP. If you are a diabetic, you are very familiar with pricking your finger or some part of your body once a day or several times a day. Your blood holds the numbers that the doctors consider you healthy or unhealthy. So not only are we checking our glucose, but we can check our potassium, we can check our sodium, our BUN, our creatinine, and other electrolytes and lab tests with our blood. How important is that? God is so awesome that He created blood for us, not only for us to live, but for our bodies to be monitored to make sure that we stay in equal and adequate homeostasis. Now, along with having blood that's filled with toxins, you may feel some of the same symptoms as having a sluggish liver or a toxified liver. You may feel groggy, you may feel tired, you may feel extra slow. You most definitely may notice skin changes. Your skin may appear to be a little bit darker because of poor nutrition to your skin from your blood. So you want to be mindful of these things, especially the tiredness. If your blood is that unclean, you really need to start cleaning it. Again, one of the ways to detoxify any system or any part of our body is our water intake. We want to drink our proper amount of water every day, from the time that we get up to the time that we go to bed. It's a good habit and practice to keep a bottle of water at your bedside, just in case when you get up in the middle of the night, you can drink some water, and it could be the first thing that you drink in the morning. It helps get your metabolism running as well. Also, with our blood carries iron. So we want to make sure our iron levels are well. When our iron levels are low in our blood, we can feel things such as anemia, which would cause us to be very cold and sometimes lethargic, more so on the tired side. For persons that may have sickle cell anemia, which have misshaped cells, blood cells, you really want to pay attention to how you're feeling from your blood. Follow up with your doctor. Take your iron supplements and any other medications that they have prescribed you. You don't want to have a sickle cell anemia attack because of toxins in your blood. It's bad enough that we have the misshaped blood cells that can cause other problems. Some things besides water that can help us detoxify our blood are parsley. First, I would like to say, if you are a person that is taking blood pressure medications or cholesterol medications and or anticoagulation medications, please be very mindful to check with your physician, your nurse practitioner, or your clinician before you implement any detox, especially when it comes to green leafy vegetables and also parsley or grapefruit or celery. Parsley is an excellent source to detoxify our blood and our body. Some create a parsley tea. They cut or crush 5 or 6 leaves of parsley and add it to hot water and drink it. Some add parsley to their salads, or they mix it with ginger and honey and drink it again as a tea. But please be mindful, if you do have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or a coagulation problem, you want to check with your physician or healthcare provider first before you use parsley. I don't want anyone in my viewing audience to have any blood pressure problems or become hypotensive or excessively bleed. I want to thank you for coming to WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting, where we have health and wellness conversation and various other conversations to benefit you. Please like us on our Facebook page, and if you feel free to do so, please donate. This is a nonprofit broadcast, and we enjoy coming to talk to you every week about things that can help you, keep you healthier, and again, tell you things that the doctor is not going to tell you. So please like us on our Facebook page, Twitter page, give us feedback. I will be also looking for some people to talk to. You don't have to be a health professional. You may just have a question. So please send me an email at host, H-O-S-T, at wellnessworks8.com. That's host at WELLNESSWERKS, the number 8.com. Hopefully, you and I can have a conversation together here on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting. And back to the detox of the blood. Again, blood is so important. We want to understand that not only the parsley, but garlic. Garlic is good not only for the detoxification of our blood, but it's good for our circulation and healthy blood flow. Oftentimes, because of plaque, lipids from things such as cholesterol or things that we eat, we may experience a clot or thrombus. These things can be very dangerous to us. The properties in garlic are strong enough to prevent you having a clot or a thrombus. Garlic does not so much work on your blood pressure or anticoagulation as the parsley or green leafy vegetables, but you still want to check with your physician or your clinician before implementing anything new into your regimen if you are on those medications. Garlic is an age-old remedy. Fishermen use garlic not only for circulation, but they also use garlic to heal them from colds and flus. If you do use the garlic, it's best to take the garlic whole, not the capsules, but actually whole. You can cut the garlic, slice the garlic, crunch the garlic, shred the garlic. You can mix it with hot water. You can add it to your salads, but you don't want to cook it to where as though it's not effective. If you taste garlic in its natural state, you can taste like a little tinge, a little sting. So that little tinge, that little sting is what actually is going to clean your blood. Those properties, it's like a burning sensation almost. Those properties will allow you to have a healthy blood flow. A few years ago, they did a study in England on 3 men from 3 different walks of life. They all had vascular issues, and the study was strictly on garlic. 1 man had a placebo, and 2 men had garlic. The garlic worked on the 2 men that had the garlic. It improved their circulation greatly, to where as though they did not have to have any cardiac stents placed or have any surgery to improve their vascular function. So again, we have parsley and we have garlic. Those 2 items are easy to find in our local food markets if you grow them, depending on your region, and also at other whole food stores. Another item that we can use are green leafy vegetables. Again, you want to be mindful if you're taking an anticoagulant such as Coumadin or warfarin to consult your physician about taking the green leafy vegetables with your diet to detox your body. Green leafy vegetables provide a lot of fiber. So with that fiber intake, it takes toxins out of our body. Some eat their green leafy vegetables, such as kale and spinach, raw to get an extra benefit from the fiber that is contained in those vegetables. Some cook them, but may I encourage you not to cook them as if you were cooking them for Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, but to actually steam them or eat them raw if you can. You will, within 24 to 48 hours of eating the raw vegetables, really feel a difference in your body. I promise you. The kale, the collard greens can be made into a salad. You can steam them. Some, again, do slice them finely and add them to hot water and make a tea. It's your choice. There are plenty of recipes online and in books at your local library, and I will be posting some at the end of the month of things that you can do with the green leafy vegetables to detox your blood and your other body systems. The goal with the detox is not to do the detox consistently. I want to remind you of that. A detox should only be done maybe once or twice a year. The goal is to get your body cleansed so you can implement new health practices to keep your body clean. We want to avoid things in our environment. We want to avoid things that we consume that are not good for us and things that we drink that are not good for us. Again, our health and beauty products, secondhand smoke, water that we drink, canned vegetables. We have to read our labels to see what is actually in that can. We want to avoid raw foods such as raw red meat and raw fish. If you are a consumer of the raw foods, such as the fish and the red meat, and say it's sushi, please be very careful. You don't want to take in parasites or anything else because you're eating raw meat. All meat should be cooked and cooked without any blood. I know people tend to eat steak, for instance, with some blood or a lot of blood. But please be mindful that once we detox, we want to detox successfully because we don't want to continue to detox. We want to implement new healthy health practices to keep our body clean, to keep our energy up, to keep our blood clean so we can receive the proper nutrients that our body is taking in, and not to have problems with our vascular system, which could greatly slow us down. Again, thank you for coming to WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting and joining in health and wellness conversation. I really appreciate you. I would like to see you maybe joining in the conversation with me. Please email me at host@wellnessworks8.com and let me know what you would like to talk about. You never know, I may be calling you to be a guest in Health and Wellness Conversation on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting. Please like us on our Facebook page so we can exchange information, and also please feel free to donate, as this is a non-profit Christian broadcast and we wanted to reach as many people as we can. We enjoy coming back to talk to you every week about different topics that can benefit you and about the things that the doctor is not going to tell you. Also, we will be ending our detox conversations next week. The next organ that we are going to do is the kidney, which is vital in detox, and we want to keep that as healthy as possible. Even though we can, some do get kidney transplants, but if we can keep our own organs, that is best. So again, for our blood detox, we want to take in clean air. We want to drink clean water. I mentioned parsley, but I want you to follow up with your physician before you implement parsley in your diet, especially if you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or using any anticoagulant drug. Also, I discussed the garlic. In the study that they did in England a few years ago, garlic is effective, but you have to eat it in its raw state, not cooked and not as a supplement. Some suggest that you take 5 cloves and eat them in the morning. That's a little hard. I'm not going to tell anyone to eat 5 cloves in the morning, but if you could take 1 clove of garlic and spread it out throughout the day and work your way up to maybe 2 or 3 a day, I think you would be fine. Also, water. We want to keep our bodies flushed with water. If you are in a region that water is unclean and you're unable to have bottled water, then you want to boil your water. but water is very important to get the toxins out of our body, our liver, our blood, and our kidneys. Good amounts of water can also relieve some of the wrinkles that we have in our faces. So we want to stay well hydrated to remove the toxins. Also, I wanted to let you know about pomegranates. Pomegranates is a difficult fruit, but it's a very beneficial fruit. Pomegranates can also aid in the blood detox. If you have pomegranates in your region, you can purchase the pomegranates, you can crush them, use the juice from them, and make a tea and drink. The pomegranate juice and tea, along with the warm water and also some honey, is a very good concoction to cleanse your blood. The honey sort of sweetens the pomegranate up because it's ground and it's crushed, so it's not going to taste citrusy as much. But the whole pomegranate, not just the seeds. So when you mix this, you drink it every morning on your way to work, you will soon notice a difference in how you're feeling, your energy. You'll see your skin clear up. So, and you won't feel as sluggish from having the toxins in your blood. You want to prepare this mixture in the morning, not the night before, unfortunately. So you want to get up about 30 or 40 minutes extra to prepare it. Again, at the end of the month, I will be posting in our Facebook group, WYTV7, all the recipes that I have mentioned for this month for the liver, the blood, and the kidneys for you to be able to detox. It is my pleasure to bring you this information about the detox. I believe that so many times our lives are so busy, we get caught up and we're running around so much and we're so busy that we don't take a chance to actually look at ourselves and what's going on. But during the detox, it's a time not only to cleanse your body, but it's also a time to cleanse your environment from those things that may not be beneficial to you or may be providing extra toxins into your body and your bloodstream. One thing about keeping our environment clean is having houseplants, if you're able to and not allergic or have small children. Houseplants add extra purification to our environment as far as our oxygen is concerned. Our house cleaners, do we buy the house cleaners that are on the shelves at the store, or do we try to make our own DIY house cleaners, such as vinegar and water, to clean? You'll find that there are plenty of chemicals, carcinogens, and toxins in the cleaners that we use, that we purchase from the stores. We want to be very mindful of this. We may be cleaning something with a product one day and not exactly sure why we have that headache. And I guarantee you it's from that product that you just used. The other thing that is of importance, some people do practice this and some don't, is when we come from work or from outside, we want to leave our outside shoes at the door. We don't want to carry those germs or dirt into our home. We don't know what's on the bottom of our shoes. We want to be careful of bringing anything into our home, whether it's parasites, germs, bugs, anything. So if you can, leave your outside shoes at the door. Another thing for environmental detoxification is light. Yes, we want to keep a bright and positive environment to avoid all negativity. And when we dwell in brightness, we sort of feel a little bit better than if we're sitting in a dark and gloomy area. Also, in our environment, we again want to avoid stress and negativity at all costs. Stress and negativity just increase hormonal changes in our bodies that can make us ill. One hormonal change would be our glucose. We don't want elevated glucose at all. As well as we want to meditate, say our devotionals, say our prayers to keep us in good mind, body, and spirit. Personally, when I wake in the morning, not only do I have my drink of water and my tea, but I watch a sermon, I pray, and I meditate. You may have to do this several times throughout the day. I find myself doing it several times throughout the day because our days can get busy. Things can happen. So it's better to stay in an even and kind spirit and mind frame instead of being grouchy for things that are not even your problem. Detoxing, again, is not an easy task, but it's beneficial to our bodies. It's beneficial to our minds. It's beneficial for clarity. It's beneficial to do God's work. It's beneficial for you as an employee, as a parent, as a sister, as a brother, and any other role that you may be playing in your life. Again, please continue to be mindful of your environment. Be mindful of what you consume. Drink your water. Look out for the recipes at the end of the month on our Facebook page at WYTV7 Christian Broadcasting Network. And don't forget to email me to join me in health and wellness conversation at host@wellnessworks8.com. Thank you for allowing me to have this conversation with you. Again, we are non-profit broadcasting, so please like and donate on our Facebook page. Live and be well. Have a wonderful evening.